the diversity community, and then we can move forward on the inclusions and understand how inclusion would make us more positive civil society and working environment, and of course the aspects of economy and education and so I'll give the floor to Kelly.
And from a communication standpoint, it is completely global now. One of the things that we found this year working for the International Day of Peace, working towards the actual way that we were going to communicate the message to to a global environment, one of the vehicles that we use for reaching out to people is our Facebook page. And the Pathways to Peace, the International Day of Peace or the International Day of Peace Facebook page is a global page. Our demographic is about 35% US, and that is means it's quite high. There's a very high percentage of demographic coming from the Middle East, from India, and from Africa. And in a lot of cases, Facebook is the only way that they have to communicate. And there's definitely a mobile element to this. The world uses their mobile phones a lot more than the U.S. does.
Politically, what is happening, at the same time, even if it's not politics, what could you share about that? Which enhance again the knowledge and expose them to more, issues within those, region. But again, to come back to the social media piece, I think, within campus, we should use technology, more to try and, link students, together to increase their diversity as well as, inclusion. Because I think when you talk about inclusion, I think what's important is for the person to feel that they has an equal chance as the other one. That equity piece is very important, So resources will come into play, but again, feeling that whether you're American or not American, you're from the Caribbean or Africa, when you come to the university, you have that same equal chance, of success, same equal chance of having the resources will really help to foster inclusion more within campus.
Do you think that the media is helping cultural inclusion, or in a way that it is kind of segregating people from each other?
Being a journalist, for example, social media and the new ways of communicating are working likewise with the cultural inclusion. It's a both-hand job, because, for example, 10 years ago, we didn't have Twitter, and now Twitter is a huge part of my reporting. For example, if I have to know about what's going on right now in Ukraine, I go to Twitter. And as important is for cultural inclusion, for example, television, you have to see different cultures. In Twitter, it's another platform where you can see that inclusion taking place. It's an open network, and many people from different parts of the world can say what they think and show how they live their lives. So it's, like I said, it's a mutual work.
Kelly, do you want to add something?
I do. Particularly because a lot of what we think of as typical media, meaning the television, is controlled by the corporations that run it. So, there's going to be a certain demographic that's going to go to that for their information, and then there's going to be other people that are, for sure, I think probably in our realm, that are going to go to Twitter. They're going to choose other mediums in order to get their information, because it is more on the ground true right there.
Platform where we can share common ground to advance and promote peace and dialogue and acceptance for cultures and other dimensions.
I think it's a matter of visibility, because social media allows you to see a human being completely and realize that see how they behave, what they think, what they do, when they do it. So that's the best starting point to have this melting pot go global. If we didn't have these tools, if we didn't have Bumble, it takes long. It's difficult. It's more so, but it's easier now. So I think we're still figuring out how to use these tools because they all appear all out of the blue, WhatsApp, everything. So it takes responsibility, but it also takes part of the getting to know how and what this could work for us.
It has to be used differently, and really have the framework where more discussions happen that can actually bring people together so they can learn